Dark Shadows, number 34, VTR 72866, Air 81166, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. I began my search in Collinwood, there in the great mansion on Widow's Hill, surrounded by the ghosts of the past. I'd hoped to unlock the secrets of my beginning, but the key has not yet been found, and the search goes on, carrying me to a meeting with a man I wasn't sure I could trust.
Satisfied?
Very much.
I don't like being stared at.
You're much too pretty not to be used to it by now. How did you find me?
It wasn't difficult. I went to your hotel, and they told me you'd left word you'd be here.
I never thought you'd come.
Neither did I.
What made you change your mind?
Inches, feet, miles.
That's a very sound reason. What does it mean?
It's very simple. I've come all the way from New York to Maine to try and find out something about my past.
And did you?
No. I've traveled so many miles, and if you can help, well, I'd be foolish not to come the short distance from Collinwood to here.
Miss Winters, the distance between here and Collinwood is a good deal farther than you think.
Thank you.
Happy discoveries.
Happy discoveries.
You know, I never figured you for the sherry type.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yes. Now, Mrs. Stoddard, she's the sherry type. Her daughter, Carolyn, well, that's strictly soda. But she'd like to think it was something stronger, but it's always soda.
And what am I?
I'm not sure. It's a toss-up between a chocolate malt and champagne.
Well, that's quite a range.
Well, maybe we can find out which it is over dinner. The lobsters are fine. You get the best in the world here.
I'm not very hungry.
Then how about some steamed clams?
Well, couldn't we not think about dinner for right now?
If you're worried about calories, you can forget the butter sauce. It's just as good without it.
Actually, it's me I'm worried about.
The champagne you or the malted you?
The me that got the letter from the Hammond Foundling home. That's where I was raised. But then you know about that, don't you?
Oh, yes.
The letter said that a private detective had been making inquiries about me.
That's right.
You hired him.
Right.
And I want to know why.
Well, couldn't we discuss it over dinner?
You said you had that detective's report.
Yes, I do. Up in my hotel room.
But you knew that's why I'd be coming to
Miss
see
Winters, Miss Winters. You're forgetting something when I asked you to join me for dinner. Well, you turned me down.
I know.
And since the report is up in my room, and the lobsters are here, why don't we settle for first things first?
I'd rather go to your hotel room.
You mean that?
Of course I do. Shall we go?
Miss Winters, you amaze me.
I want to see that report, Mr. Devlin. And if we have to go to your hotel room, then that's where we'll go.
Champagne. Definitely champagne.
Want some champagne, Joe?
Shout, please.
How's your head?
Oh, great. It's great. How did I get here?
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull the where am I bit.
Yeah, I know where I am. All I don't know is how I got here.
You floated.
Oh, come on, Carolyn. How long have I been here?
Hour and a half, not counting falling down time.
Oh, I must have really been drunk.
The understatement of the century.
What time is it?
It's coffee time. You stay right there. I'll bring it.
I couldn't get up if I tried. Carolyn? Did I do anything foolish?
You made an enemy. That's what you did.
Who?
Me.
All right. And what did I say to your mother?
Oh, a few friendly little things, like she ruined my life by bringing me up in this house.
Oh, boy. I think I'll kill myself.
Finish that coffee first.
Honey, I don't know how I could have said those things.
Because you meant them, Joe.
No. I was drunk. I was just plain drunk. Your mother must be sore, huh?
Yep.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Oh, Joe, we all have to blow off a little steam sometimes.
It was the boat.
Which boat?
Well, the one I was going to buy in partnership with that other guy. He backed out on it today. I guess I was just feeling kind of sorry for myself.
You had a right to feel that way. Oh, that's a shame, Joe.
When I left the office, I went straight to the bar. I don't know. Carolyn, everything seemed to be going wrong. The boat, and you. Well, I made an idiot of myself, and I'm sorry, and what more can I say?
I think you said it all.
Yeah. I was in the bar. I ran into Burke Devlin. I told him what I thought of him, too. Now, that is one thing I am not sorry about.
You really made a night of it, didn't you?
Make yourself comfortable, Vicky. Here, let me take your coat.
Thank you.
Your friends call you Vicky, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Well, couldn't we pretend we're friends? Just for the night? Matter of fact, I thought I'd have dinner sent out.
I came up here to read a report, remember?
Well, you do believe in eating, don't you? Or are you afraid of being up here too long?
I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Devlin.
You needn't be. Now, what'll you have? Steak or lobster? And the name's Burke.
Burke, why did you have that report made?
Curiosity.
Why should you be curious about me? You'd never heard of me until I came to Collinsport.
You want me to level with you, Vicky?
Please.
You went to work at the Collinwood house. I have kind of an interest in them.
But what's that got to do with me? They just hired me as a governess. I'm not a member of the family.
Tell me something, Vicky. Why does that report bother you so much?
It doesn't bother me.
It's almost as if you had something you wanted to hide.
I wish I did. How can you hide something you don't know anything about? Burke, I'm not afraid of what your detective might have found. It's just the opposite. I want those answers more than you do.
I'll get the report.
Now there's a man who had you beat by a mile.
Him?
Mm-hmm. My great-grandfather. The days when he wasn't drunk, those were the special ones. I brought you a sandwich.
Oh, thanks, honey. I'm not hungry.
Eat it anyway and have some more coffee.
I guess you still love me anyway, don't you?
Shut up and have the sandwich.
Yes, ma'am.
much booze did you drink, anyway?
Oh, who can remember? I was in... Uh-oh.
Who else did you tell off?
I think I forgot to pay for my drinks. Now I'll have to stop off on my way home, I guess.
Make it a quick stop.
You're worried about me.
Listen, you make speeches to me, Mother, Vicky, and Burke. I think that's enough for one night.
Oh, I don't know. If Devlin's still in the bar, I might find a few more things to say to him.
If he is still there, I'd much rather you apologized.
You must be joking.
Joe, believe me, he's really a very nice person.
Carolyn, for what I said to the others, I'm truly sorry. For what I said to Burke Devlin, I'm delighted.
You're horrible. You really are.
Oh, I'm honest. That's what I am. Besides, how can you expect me to like a fella who tried to kill your uncle?
Oh, that's all fixed up now, didn't you know? Even Uncle Roger knows that Burke had nothing to do with that.
Then who did?
Nobody. It was all an accident.
Doesn't change a thing. I still don't like him.
But why?
He tried to make a pass at you, that's why.
You're not really jealous of him, are you?
Shouldn't I be? Maybe not.
Joe, do me a favor. Apologize to Burke.
Nope.
For me?
Well, that's why I won't do it, because of you.
Joe, he doesn't care about me. I'm nothing to him.
You're a member of the family, aren't you? Carolyn, look, he's got his hooks out. Can't you see that?
I just don't believe it.
And you're a bigger... Oh, no. I've done enough damage for one night. Look, Carolyn, I don't like him. I don't trust him. Why don't we just leave it at that, huh?
2 steaks, medium rare, 2 salads, 2 black coffees. Want some dessert? That's all, thank you. So, any help?
Nothing I didn't already know.
Are you sure?
I asked the same questions. Why did Mrs. Stoddard hire me when she'd never heard of me? Why bring me in particular all the way from New York?
And what did they tell you?
Exactly what they told your detective. That no one in the Foundling home had ever heard of Collinwood or anyone connected with it.
And the people in Collinwood, what did they say?
More curiosity?
Vicky, in the bar you said you'd come up here to find out something about your past. I think that's the way you put it. I don't know what that means exactly. But if I can help in any way, if there's anything I can do, here I am.
Especially if what you learn can be harmful to the Collins family.
Look, I don't blame you for not trusting me. I'm sure Roger Collins has seen to that. But believe me, Vicky, I'm not thinking about them. Not at all.
Why are you so concerned about me?
Yeah. We all have our searches. We're all looking for answers.
That's no reason.
Maybe you're the reason, Vicky. Just you.
I don't see how you can help.
Well, maybe I can't. But I grew up here. I know a lot of people.
I don't want to be involved in your quarrel with Roger Collins.
Why should you?
Because I live in his house, and because I know what he thinks of you.
What do you think of me, Vicky?
I'm not sure.
Vicky, I don't know whether I can help you or not. There are no guarantees. But I'm willing to try. The rest is up to you.
It's a very long story.
I'm a very patient man. Her name is Victoria. I can't take care of her. And this was the beginning.
The Winters part of my name was given to me at the Foundling home. For the season I was left there.
Nothing else but this?
This, and a cardboard box, and me. Sounds like East Lynne, doesn't it?
Not when it's real.
Oh, it was real, all right. The Hammond Foundling Home. My mother, father, everything.
Poor kid.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I certainly wasn't the only one there. Burke, you don't realize how many children grow up in this world not knowing any ties. I guess I was lucky. I started getting mail.
From whom?
I don't know. It started coming when I was 2 years old. An envelope every month. $50 in cash. No return address, no signature. Just the money. Every month without fail until I was 16.
And you don't know who it was?
That's why I'm here in Collinsport.
What's the connection?
It's very slim. Most people take their parents for granted. But when you grow up, not knowing who they are, then it becomes the most important thing in your life. All those years, when those letters kept coming, all I ever dreamed about was that someone knew who I was. Someone cared about me. All I wanted to do was to find them. That's all I ever wanted.
But why here?
The only clue is the postmark on the envelopes. Bangor, Maine. The Foundling Home made inquiries about them, but they got no answers. And I couldn't afford to go all the way up to Bangor to look for this unknown person. And then, when I got the letter from Mrs. Stoddard offering me the job here, I began to wonder. I'd never heard of her.
And you think there's a connection?
Probably not. But I had to try. You can see that, can't you? Collinsport is only 50 miles from Bangor. And I wanted to learn why a woman who didn't know me would be interested enough to offer me a position in her own house.
And did you get the answer?
I got an answer. I was told in Collinwood that I was recommended for the job by an anonymous donor to the Foundling Home.
Nothing else?
When I asked who she was, I was told that she preferred to remain anonymous. So, I'm no closer to the answers than I was when I first came here. Maybe there are none. Maybe it's just like looking for the end of the rainbow.
Have you been up to Bangor?
I haven't had time to breathe since I got here. It's as though I walked into a whirlpool.
Maybe you have. Vicky, how important is this to you, really?
Why?
Well, there are some things that are going to be happening up at Collinwood. Unpleasant things.
They couldn't get any worse.
What you've seen is just a ripple. You haven't touched the whirlpool, but it is there.
Are you telling me I should leave?
Yes.
I can't.
Then I guess I'll have to help you. Oh, our dinner. I'd almost forgotten about it. If you want to wash up, it's right through there.
Thank you.
Hello, Devlin.
Well, you don't look like a piece of steak. Don't you ever make an announcement? There's a house phone downstairs, you know.
I'm breaking in on something. I'm sorry. I won't keep you long. I just want to give you some money.
For what?
I just came from the bar. You paid my bill.
Oh, that. Forget it.
I don't want you paying for my drinks, Devlin. Let's get that straight.
I forgot my... Hello, Joe.
Hello, Miss Winters.
But Joe, if you're going to give me some money, do it.
Yeah, sure. It was $8 plus tip. Have a pleasant dinner.
Remember, Vicky, I warned you about the whirlpool. Now, how am I going to manage 2 steaks?
I'm sorry, Burke. I guess I'm just not very hungry.
It was Joe, wasn't it?
I said I didn't want to get involved in your quarrels with the Collinses, and I meant it.
But why run?
Please. I think it would be best. Thank you for listening.
I meant what I said about helping.
You're very kind.
Oh, I have an ulterior motive. I want a rain check on that dinner. Is that a promise?
It's a promise. Good night.
Good night.
Jack Nicklaus defends his title in the Thunderbird Golf Tournament Saturday and Sunday at 4, 3 o'clock Central Time in color on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.